you like your love stories? I prefer a mix of realism and fairy tale so that the emotions hit hard, but they're couched in magic. And I've always been a sucker for happy endings, which is why As Good As It Gets is one of my favorite love stories. This film has predictable beats, but the writing, dialogue, and performances, the two lead actors won Oscars, push it to another level. Jack Nicholson plays Melvin Udall, a New York novelist who has obsessive-compulsive disorder. Melvin is a nasty man, and he's an equal opportunity offender, hurling homophobic, racist, and sexist insults at the slightest opportunity. In the first scene, he throws his neighbor's dog down the garbage chute. The neighbor, Simon, played by Greg Kinnear, is gay, so Melvin calls him a pansy-ass stool pusher. Later in the film, he introduces Simon to Carol with Carol the waitress, Simon the fag. Carol the waitress, played by a luminous Helen Hunt, is the one bright spark in Melvin's life. She's a woman with humor, intelligence, strength, and enough compassion to even embrace a curmudgeon like Melvin. She serves him every day at his favorite restaurant, and when he crosses the line, she firmly puts him in his place. Early in the film, Simon tells Melvin, "You don't love anything." But over the next 2 hours, we see exactly the opposite. Melvin learns to love Carol, Simon, and even the dog. This is the stuff of formula, but director James L. Brooks and co-writer Mark Andrus elevated with terrific writing. The premise is straight out of the romantic novels that Melvin writes, but the scenes have a sting. The scenario never becomes saccharine. At one point, Melvin at the psychiatrist's office looks at all the people in the waiting room and plaintively asks,
"What if this is as good as it gets?"
And then there is this scene in which Carol demands that he pay her a compliment, and this is what he says.
"Well, my compliment to you is, the next morning, I started taking the pills."
I don't quite get how that's a compliment for me.
You make me want to be a better man.
Melvin would have been unpalatable if anyone but Jack Nicholson was playing him. Who else can combine sheer awfulness with such charm? But the backbone here is Helen Hunt. Like a finely tuned instrument, her face registers every emotion. You see Carol's generosity, but also her raw, frayed nerves. Brooks tells this story with simplicity. At one point, Simon says, "You look at someone long enough, you discover their humanity." The humanity is what comes through most strongly. You can see As Good As It Gets on Netflix. Do post comments on the films you love below. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to Film Companion.